Hello and welcome back to the channel. As you can see, I'm here at Titleist Performance Institute here in Oceanside, California. Cannot wait for today because I'm here to assess the most important piece of equipment that I have, my body. I'm going to meet today with Dr. Greg Rose and Dave Phillips, two of the smartest people in the world when it comes to understanding your body and how that relates to the golf swing. I'm going to go through a full physical assessment. They're going to look at my golf swing, look at what I can do physically and see if there's any room for improvements. It's been a huge influence on our coaching. It's been a while since I've been screened, so I'm really excited to see the results, but also share this experience with you. It's going to be amazing.
All right, welcome.
Thank you. I'm on the receiving end today. It's going to be strange. I haven't done this for a long time, so I'm really excited. It's going to be good.
Let me get basics first. How tall are you?
6'2".
How much you weigh?
175.
Stop lying. No,
Come
it's
on,
good.
75.
How old are you?
44 next week.
Shoe size, real quick.
12.
Broken bone surgeries, major traumas, anything we should know about that's cost you more than a week of play in your life?
I fractured the scaphoid in the left hand.
When was that?
8 years ago.
8 years ago. His birthday. Fell out a golf cart. Not drunk. Not drunk. It hurt a little bit after, but hasn't hurt.
Sometimes there's some blood flow issues with that, but everything healed. It's all good?
Yeah,
Okay.
all good.
All right, keep going.
Tore the labrum in my right hip. That was in 2019, I think it was.
Okay.
Just MRI, and then it was just recovery and rest.
Walk it off?
Yeah, basically. that was not pleasant at all. That was bad.
You definitely couldn't play golf for a bit after you fell off a Swiss ball.
Oh yeah.
It probably was Greg and Dave's fault at some point in that as well.
Well, there's a story. I actually tried to jump on a Swiss ball because I thought I'd be able to actually stand on it. This was a few years ago.
It disappeared quickly.
That's just
It usually does.
That's the mental scar. That's all.
But your back was bad for a while and you were definitely struggling. You couldn't play golf for like 2 months.
Okay.
100%.
Okay. I don't remember that. I hit my head as well. I hit my head as well.
Yeah. All right, give me strengths, weaknesses, the game.
I always think that he'd be better off to tell me what my strengths are than myself.
I'm sure you can tell me your weaknesses.
Oh, you tell me the weaknesses, no problem.
Good putter, good wedge player, pretty strong, pretty long. Never been super efficient, I've always felt. So he's not like optimizing drives for sure. We know that. But pretty consistent throughout. I would say he's got stronger and faster as he's got older. He's faster than me, but I always felt that he never was.
You sure you're not just getting slower?
I was just going to say that as well.
I have slowed down a little bit. I'm a little bit older than him. But I reckon I definitely have slowed down a little bit. But I've recently optimized to get back near to where he is. But I still think that he's actually got faster as he's got older.
Have you done speed training?
Not really, no. Not really. I've consistently trained for a long period of time. Just gym stuff, basic gym stuff, like lifting weights and stuff like that. But the last probably 6-7 years, I've done hot yoga for that amount of time, which has been the best thing. The best thing.
All right, well, you know what's coming. How can we help? 3 wishes.
3 wishes. So the first wish for me, I thought about this, it's longevity. I think it's the reason that I started the yoga was we'd coach somebody and we go, wow, this guy cannot rotate, his hips are all jacked up, he can't move. And I was like, I need to start this now before I'm 60.
Yeah,
That's the way to do it.
The second thing is, Pierce mentioned it, optimization. I'd love to be more optimum with the driver. I can hit it and I can get it great, but it's just not that consistent. I'm a little down and squeezy on it, launch it low. Spin tends to get high.
What's your club head speed?
Probably 116, I'd say. And the third one really is just, I feel that I just don't use the ground.
When you ask for a wish and you say I want to use the ground, for what reason?
Is that what we were talking about yesterday?
When anyone comes to us for coaching, everyone has an idea or thought of what they're doing wrong. And I'm like, I'm going to be that guy tomorrow who's got the idea and thought, and I'm going to be wrong.
Well, it's like if you said to me, I want to work on my attack angle. I'm like, for what reason? Like, do you need more height? Do you need more carry? Do you need what do you said I want to work on the ground?
So
for what reason? I'm trying to be a good genie here.
That's
sure you're not asking the same wish twice.
You're pulling it out of me. And I think ball striking with irons.
And you think that has something to do with the ground. That's why you say that, right?
Yeah.
Tell me, what's your preferred ball flight?
Probably slightly more draw bias at the moment, but it's moved a little bit from fade to draw,
What do you want?
I'd say. I don't know.
You don't have a preference?
I've always tried to play relatively neutral with not much curve,
Okay.
but I like to fade it. It's very rare I'll try and draw the golf ball. Every round I'll be hitting fades. It just feels like it's a safe one for me. So I think I'd prefer to live in that area. I would like to be able to draw it under a little bit more control. I just don't feel
You want
that's
everything,
enough.
basically, is what you're saying. Okay.
You want 3 more wishes?
And what's the typical miss with the iron?
I feel like he'll miss it right.
Miss
If
it
he's
right?
going to miss it.
Yeah, it'll be a misrun.
And obviously, you know the swing. Tell me what's wrong with your iron swing.
I get a little slidey and tilty, and then I just cannot rotate.
Lower body looks pretty square at impact.
Yeah, there's not much rotation in the lower body, yeah. Especially with the driver more so. I'll just feel like I'm just so much here that I've just got nowhere to go.
Do you have different swing for driver than iron, or everything's the same swing?
I think it's the same. I think it's the same. I think the only difference between the two, I would say that with the driver, I go at it a lot more. With the iron, I would say that I would be a little on the conservative side from speed.
You just said to me, hitting a ball off a tee and hitting a ball on the ground is the same. That's what you just said. Question is the driver a specialty shot, or is it the same as an iron? That was kind of my question to you.
Yeah.
And you kind of go at it, it's kind of like an iron.
Oh, definitely not.
It's not.
I mean, how we use the body is going to be a little bit different. The setup's obviously very, very different. The attack angle's different. I treat it more as a power club as opposed to a precision club.
Okay. That's a better answer than the same.
Yeah.
There's tons of players that are like, I'm a great iron player, but I suck with a driver, or I'm a great driver, I suck with the iron, because I think they're trying to do everything the same, because
Yeah.
they're not the same. It'd be like trying to hit a flop shot like you're hitting a 2-iron. I'm like, well, those are not the same.
Although I understand conceptually that they're different,
Yeah.
I'm not treating them differently.
I would highly encourage you to do that.
Yeah.
Yeah, think of driver like a flop shot. Like
Yeah.
it's totally different.
Very rare I even think about my own game.
Yeah.
And even this conversation, I'm like, hang on a minute, what do I think about? What do I do? It's like...
You don't really think.
No, you just do it, and it's great to actually get on this side of it and go, what do I think about and how am I treating things?
Yeah.
All right, so then I say we, for question number 1, longevity, that's about physical screen and swing. So I'd say we start with that first. That also helps us with the efficiency piece, right? So let's go look and see if there's any major issues that we feel might affect the swing. We put everything red, yellow, and green. Red means it's going to affect your swing. Yellow means it might, green means probably not, right? With that said, it's never red until we actually see it in your swing. So we're just going to try and identify the physical limits, restrictions here. If we see something here and then we see something in the swing, we're going to talk about those body swing connections. And then hopefully we can answer these 3 questions. I'm just going to take a look at your posture first. Look, and imagine your belt's a bucket of water. We're going to do pelvic tilt. You're going to arch your back, and then you're going to flatten your back. Okay, just a little shake.
Yeah.
Now from here, don't move your upper body. Just rotate your lower body. Nice. Okay, don't move your lower body. Let me just see you rotate your upper body. That was easy. Okay, we're going to go feet together. A little different here. Hands out in front of you. Keeping your heels on the ground. How low can you squat? Look at me for a second. Can you make a fist with your hands? Can you bring your hands down by your feet?
Nope.
Okay, come back up for me. Take your feet about pelvic width apart. Good. Hands up. You're just gonna put that stick on your head. Okay, toes pointing square forward. Heels on the ground. Let's see you squat again. And come on back up. I do see at the bottom there you shift a little left, so probably use that right hip that you, hands like this. And let me see you do that again. Square that right foot up for me. You don't like to square that right foot up, do you?
Is the right foot, yeah. There you go.
Likes the flare. Keeping your heel on the ground, bring your knee, your right knee over your toe as far as you can, and compare that to your left side. Keeping the heel on the ground. Tell me if one side's obviously tighter than the other. We go back to the right. Left looked a lot tighter.
Left's tighter, yeah.
Okay, knees locked. Let me see you touch your toes. And come on back up.
It's all that yoga, see?
See you do it one more time?
Jeez.
6 years of prep for this
I
one.
know, look at this.
Nice. Come on back up. Like this. Let me see you just rotate that back as far as you can. And left one. Go for it. 5-iron. Right arm out. Same thing. Left. Let's go feet together. We're just going to raise one leg up. And let me see the other side. Now, if we're going to have a contest for money, which leg are you going with?
This one.
Okay, so let's go back to the, usually you pick up the one you don't like first. Okay, bring the right one up again. Okay, so from here, just close your eyes for 2 seconds and open your eyes. Okay, when you're ready, close your eyes for time. Good, let's see the other side. Eyes open. Go ahead and raise the leg up. Close your eyes for 2 seconds and open your eyes. Okay, when you're ready. Okay, that's still pretty good. Just a little wobblier, right?
Yeah.
Again, more signs that it might be that right hip, right? And we're gonna go hands like this. Let's see you do that. Let me see you do this. Just hinge up and down. Take your hands out, flex. MC extend. Nice. Looking straight ahead, rotate your head to the right. Touch my thumb with your chin. Let's go left. And touch my thumb here. Hard over here. No, you can get there. Okay. You're gonna put your left foot right on the cross. Right toe on the line. Okay, keeping all your weight on your left leg, looking straight, tall. I want you to rotate to the left as far as you can. As far as you can go, your right knee can swivel and stuff too. You're right. Yep. Good. Back to center. Keeping all your weight on that left leg. Rotate to the right as far as you can. The right leg can swivel out too. Okay, let's go right leg. All your weight's on that right leg. Let's go right. And let's go left. Let the left leg swivel out. Right versus left.
I know this from previous that internally it was tighter on going left and externals tight on the right.
Okay, so everything on the downswing.
Yes, everything on the downswing,
Like
yes.
you said, you like to slide instead of
Exactly.
rotate. Let that totally relax. Totally relax. Just looking to see where you hit your first end. Feel right there. Okay. 20 degrees. Totally relax. Degrees. This is just a rough measurement. 20 and 38. Let me just write that down.
I think it was my right hip.
And guy is 26. So this is 40. So it's kind of what I was thinking there. It feels tighter to you turning left. It actually is tighter on the right for you. It's 20 degrees to the right, 26 to the left. Normal's almost 40, so they're both restricted. It was all of them. Any discomfort there? That was a yes. Okay, the 0's no pain, 10's horrible pain. What was that?
2 or 3.
You gave me the look. If you go any farther, it's going to hurt.
Yeah.
Okay.
I think no doubt now I'm thinking it's that right one.
Okay, you didn't have the same look there.
A little bit similar.
Is that one worse?
I feel like, yeah.
That one you started to guard.
Yeah, this one, yeah.
That's called a scour test. That's pretty positive for labral tear. Labral tears don't heal, but just so you know, like most of they'll be there for unless somebody like surgically repairs them. But think of it like a pizza. That's kind of weird. You can peel a slice off, and the slice can like bend over, like so it bends into the joint, and it almost creates like a catch.
Okay, yeah.
And sometimes that's where you're like, I can't walk, but then somebody does some stuff, and the catch can come out, and all of a sudden you're like, I feel good again. As long as it stays, the pizza stays connected. But if it folds over, have a seat facing me, right on the corner of the bench there. Good. Come all the way towards the corner. Bring your right foot over your left. Nice and slowly, keeping those knees together. We'll go ahead and rotate to the right as far as you can. Good. Back to center. Let's do that one more time. To the right as far as you can. Back to center. Keeping the knees together. Go ahead and go left. Back to center.
I think right feels tighter.
Once again, left's tighter.
Left's tighter.
You have a very good perception of your.
I'm going, wow, I've got so much more range of motion when I do this. Yeah. When I do this one, it's like, it feels...
Both spine rotations were less than 45. You had 36 turning left and 42 turning right. So it's not like they're crazy different. They're within 6 degrees of each other. But like on like PGA Tour, I'm not happy until that's over 55 bilateral. Okay. Right, so if you said to me right now, like, what do you think his golf swing is going to look like? I'm like, well, if he doesn't like the turn here, he doesn't like the turn here. Yeah, it'd be way easier to go this way, to slide, right, than rotate. That makes a ton of sense.
Yeah. You also have avoidance of that trail hip. You might turn into your lead hip early, and then when you push back instead of that way.
Yeah.
Go scoot down just a little bit. Good. A little farther. Press your back flat into the wall, head against the wall, elbows locked. Keeping your back pressed flat. Only raise as far as you can until you feel like your back's going to arch. Okay, that's good. Knees bent, feet flat. Good. Lift your butt up in the air. Keeping your pelvis nice and level. Just go ahead and extend one leg. Good. And keep the belt level. If you feel like anything's going to cramp, you let me know.
Okay.
Okay, let's switch. Okay, if you and I are gonna have a contest, which leg are you going with?
I'm going on this one.
Easier on the right, for sure?
Yeah, I feel like the hamstring wanted to,
On the
I could
left?
feel the hamstring wanted to go a little bit on the left.
Okay. Want the good news or the bad news?
Give me the bad.
Take him out back.
You are now officially a 23 handicap.
That feels about right.
So obviously we give you a fitness handicap. If you fail every test, you're a 36. If you pass every test, which is almost impossible.
Well, you weren't joking, he was actually being serious. I'm a 23
serious.
handicap.
23.
Yeah,
That's your fitness handicap.
Okay.
And what that is really a rating of how much your body affects your golf swing. It's rare to be like, there's nothing wrong with my body and I can swing any way I want. So I asked the AI, I said, what do you think he's going to do in his swing? That there's an 83% chance that you will slide, which is what you described over there. Now that doesn't mean there's an 83% chance you'll slide. It says if you slide, there's an 83% chance that your body's the reason. Is there any early extension in your?
Probably a little bit, yeah.
Okay, because it's saying there's about 94% chance. It says 23 handicap. Sounds like that's a big deal. You only, of our 15 tests or 16 tests that I took you through here, we only failed 6, right? It's saying your ability to rotate with your hips and your ability to rotate with your spine are definitely going to affect your golf swing.
Okay.
Right? We saw a little issue with your squat. We saw a little issue, and your left ankle, I think, has a lot to do with that, but also your right hip has something to do with that as well, too. Pelvic tilt, we saw you shake a little bit there. Don't know if that's a problem yet until we see the golf swing. We'll look at that. Obvious bounce and bridge, you were better on one side than the other, right? So just looking at stability, just to see if there's any issues there, but pretty good. Honestly, you did pretty good in the screen, but the biggest problem is rotation. From a longevity standpoint, like let's say your lower body's doing all the work, it tends to break down faster. So I like to see from a power standpoint, is everything balanced or are you using one part of your body more than the other? Does that make sense?
Yeah.
All I want you to do is just face me, go straight down and straight back up, just one time.
Does the knee hurt?
Could you do that 8 times?
Yeah.
Okay, switch legs.
Same again?
Yep. Can you do it 8 times?
Yeah.
Okay, was that easy?
Comfortable, yeah.
Okay, then we don't need to push it any farther. We have golf posture. Good. Take your right hand back behind you just like this. Now, without turning your shoulders, just match it. Could you do it 8 times?
Yeah.
Okay, back down. We're going to go till you say no.
Okay. So, one both out.
Yep, right arm goes back. Could you do that 8 times?
It'd be close.
Is that a yes?
Yes.
Okay, come back down. Could you do it 8 times?
Yes.
Like I said, it's going to be obvious when it's a no.
Yeah.
Okay, let me see you do it again.
No.
Right hand. Left elbow back, like your elbow and something. Good.
I don't think so, no. Nope. I could force one out. I could force 8 there.
Okay, so what do you think? Is that a good thing or a bad thing? What you just did right there, left better than the right. You were 10 pounds stronger on your left.
My left.
You think that's good or bad for golf?
Good.
Why do you say that?
I just feel like my left side's a lot more involved than my right.
Left hand for a right-hander is pulling, right hand's pushing. So we should see the opposite when we get to push right now, which is where we're gonna go to. So that's good. So what you just showed is correct. Left should be stronger. You'll see a lot of your clients that it won't be.
Yeah.
That's usually a problem. You're going to lean forward. This won't be a big deal when there's a little weight. It's a big deal when there's a lot of weight. So you're leaning forward. From here, once you feel like you're stable, left arm comes out. Right arm comes out here, and you just go.
You just here?
Yep, and then press. Could you do it 8 times?
Yeah.
Come on back down. Yep. Can you do it 8 times?
Yeah.
Okay, back down.
Thanks to be.
No.
Nope. Okay, back down. I went too far. Can you do it 8?
Yeah.
Okay, both hands swing the other way. Left arm push. Yes or no?
Yeah. No.
Okay, so these are equal. It's like the size of a golf grip, so it's not really wide. From there, squeeze as hard as you can. Good. And let's see the other side.
It's like that episode in Friends when they get all the doctors to come and look at the water on his
That's
ass.
it. It was 42 on the right and 38 on the left. Interesting. Normally the left hand grip is stronger.
Could the injury on the left scaphoid?
Yeah. I've got enough strength. Now we need to go check some power, right? So we always say, power is strength and speed combined, right? If the power is good, I'm not sure if I care. If the power is down, I want to know, is it a strength or a speed problem?
Okay.
So if the power is down, I now know what your strength is. I can figure out if it's a strength problem. If it's not a strength problem, then it's got to be a speed problem. Okay. So we're going to go look at power in the lab. Let's do it. So just go ahead and just do a little easy jump. Just each jump, go a little bit higher. Okay, so that was 20.2. Okay, 22 is the highest so far. One more, high as you can. That was 23.4.
Okay.
Can you go higher than that?
What's the highest you've seen? Maybe he needs to hear that.
PGA Tour average is 28. You're at 23.4.
28. Jesus. I'm thinking about my arms now. Okay.
Okay, 23.4. You want the good news or the bad news?
The bad news.
There is no bad news. I was lying. 28 is not PGA Tour average. PGA Tour average was 23.
Okay.
So,
Brilliant.
23.
just wanted to see if it motivated you, and it didn't. It didn't. So lying to you doesn't help. So I just learned that. Right leg, jump, land on 2. I just want to compare right to left. Just one jump. And left. Obviously a little more comfortable on that left.
Yeah.
You're going to stand on there. You're going to get ready to jump. You're going to go down. And you're going to hold. When I say go, you're just going to jump straight up.
Okay.
Go. 23. So you're a gorilla, we call it. We have gorillas and gazelles.
Okay.
There's 2 ways to create power in your body. One's your muscles and one's your elastic tissue, your connective tissue, like ligaments, tendons, the fascia. When you squat, you stretch the stretchy stuff, the ligaments, the tendons, so you get this like a rubber band, you get elastic energy. And then when you squat, you also align your muscles up to where they optimize better. When you first did the jump, I let you use the elastic and muscles, and you jumped 23.4.
Yeah.
When you went down the last one, I said just hold. Elastic tissue can't store energy. So after about 4 or 5 seconds, all the rubber band stuff is gone, it's just muscle. Okay. So I wanted to see how would you do with just muscle and not the elastic. It's pretty similar.
Okay.
So it tells me you don't use a lot of elastic, you just use a lot of muscle. Gorillas use muscle, gazelles use elastic.
Okay.
Muscles are made of proteins, right? Like bricks laying on top of each other. And there's these little tentacles that like hang down. This is my way of imagining this, right? So you got these tentacles sticking up and sticking down between these layers. So it looks like little connections like this. They're called cross bridges. A muscle at resting state looks like this. When a muscle contracts, these guys grab each other. As you stretch, more of these come in contact with each other. So now when you contract the muscle, it's more powerful. But now if you keep stretching too far, you can disconnect. So when I say jump as high as you can jump, you don't just go like this, and you don't go, okay, from here, because you know there's a medium that if I squat a certain amount, I can line my muscles up. The cool thing about this in golf is, okay, what turns your shoulders? What muscle? Oblique abdominals. So if I want to fire my shoulders, right, I wouldn't just fire my shoulders. The first thing I would want to do is create a pre-stretch. That's like squatting before you jump. That's where hip to shoulder separation, people talk about like, why does it matter? I'm like, well, why does squatting matter before you jump? It matters a lot. Helps align those muscles. So, and we do this everywhere. We do it between your wrist and your forearm and the club. We do it here. We do it between the shoulder and the trunk. You're preloading these muscles so we can create more power. And that's something we can measure on the 3D, which is pretty cool. So you're going to grab that. You're going to sit towards the edge of the chair. You can rock back if you want. You just can't fall forward out of the chair. But you're going to chest pass to me as far as you can.
How heavy is this, guys?
This is 4 kilos.
4
so
kilos.
8.8 pounds. Okay, it's pretty consistent. That was your farthest here. Old school. $17.8. As you sit up, throw the ball. Yep, just like that. Problem. Nice. Okay. $20 on the button. Now we're gonna do a shot put. Okay.
Anything breakable in here?
Go for it.
Take the camera guy out.
That was a one hit. Okay, one more, just to make sure. This was your farthest so far. Now the fun part, face Dave.
I could take Dave out doing this one.
Always tell players, you have one job, get it out of the bay. Yeah. One more. All right, moment of truth. So the first thing that the app does, think of it like a horsepower rating. Gives your lower body 23.5 horsepower. Your core is a 20 horsepower engine and your upper body is a 17.6 horsepower engine. Remember I said, hey, for longevity, I want to make sure one part of the body is not.
Yeah.
You're definitely a lower body guy.
Okay.
Right. So
I'm
most of your.
surprised at that, actually.
Well, here's the thing: is if you can't rotate, you might be cutting off your power source over here, and you have to use up here. We're going to find that in a second. You can see you're 7% above our PGA Tour.
Okay.
On lower body power. You can really see your lower body is 33% more powerful than your upper body, and it's 18% more powerful than your core.
Okay.
Now, if I wanted to make it even better, remember I told you power is strength or speed. The app looks at your strength and says, hey, is this a strength, or like what will we go after? And it doesn't think there's a strength problem. It would be like, if you want to add more, add speed.
Okay.
Because your strength's already way above. Now, if I go look at your upper body, over here, well, now we're 20% below PGA Tour average.
Okay.
The takeaway from here is, man, your lower body is your primary engine. You better be using it. Now, if I look at comparing right versus left, it's saying there's about a 15.6 deficit between your dominant and non-dominant. I don't like that to be more than 10%. So it's going to definitely recommend that you do some non-dominant type of stuff, just for longevity-wise, just to balance you out.
Brushing my teeth left-handed in the morning.
Pretty much anything you can in there. Again, the AI is pretty cool here. I'm going to have it build you 2 programs. I'm going to build you a workout for the first test we did, the mobility, stability, all, like the rotation, that kind of stuff. You can do that daily. It's also going to build you a strength and power one that you can do like 2 or 3 times a week. First thing we want to see is how you create the power. And then 3D will help us see how well you transfer it through your body, right? So knowing your lower body is your main power source, I'm hoping we're creating some big power from the ground first. So I'm going to get you to warm up.
Double plate ready.
Go for it.
Double plate ready.
Okay.
Double plate ready. Double plate ready.
You're doing something a little unique. We're just trying to figure out what it is real quick, and then I'll tell you. Hold on.
It almost looks like it goes into a little bit of S, and then the hip pops up almost like a hip launch.
Yeah,
like
little hike.
S,
yeah.
And then rather than the hip going down, I'm wondering if that's causing a double peak.
Yeah, it's exactly what could be doing that.
You're a freak. I've never seen that before.
I've never seen it before.
All right, Andy, so if everything looks good here, doesn't mean you can't screw it up as you transfer through your body, because the energy is going to go from the ground, through your legs, to your pelvis, to your trunk, to your arms, and the club. But if there's some big things on how you generate power, we always start from the ground first and work up. That's just how we do it here. And we're seeing some things on your force plate that I know we can make better. So I think we should pause and go after this first, right? First of all, let's just talk force plate 101 real quick. I'd say over the last 5 to 10 years, this is where we've learned the most about the golf swing. I think the technology is kind of new, and just our understanding of this has evolved a lot. Sir Isaac Newton taught us many years ago, right, is that if you push into the ground, what does the ground do?
Push back.
It pushes back. Those are called the ground reaction forces. It's reacting to the force we're putting in. And he showed us in his third law that if you push down with 100 pounds, it pushes back with an equal and opposite 100 pounds, right? Well, we now know that those forces, those ground reaction forces that come back, help us move the club and move our body, right? There are certain forces that make the club go up. There's certain forces that make the club go down. There's forces that bring the club behind you, and there's forces that bring the club in front of you. So believe it or not, just changing the way the club moves changes your ground reaction forces, because the ground reaction forces is what helps you move the club. There's 3 basic ground reaction forces: right to left, lateral, right? So you can push right or left. There's up and down, vertical. You can push up and down. And then, of course, there's heel to toe or front to back. Now, what's interesting about the ground reaction force is if I just push straight down, the ground reaction force pushes straight back up. And if it pushes straight back up and it goes right through the center of my body, I will just move straight. I always say it's like if I take a club and I find the balance point on the club. That's the center mass of the club right there, right? If I push straight up, the club just goes straight. If I don't go through the center mass, if I push from here, well, now the club's going to twist. That's called a torque. The same thing happens to us. Let's say I push this way. The ground reaction force comes back this way. Now this force does not go through the center of my body. This will make me twist, right? And I can twist in 3 different ways too. I can twist this way. We call that bending. I can twist this way. I call that rocking and rolling. And you can twist this way. We call that twisting. You've got some rock and rollers that go this way.
Yep.
We've got some twisters, and you've probably all seen some benders. Like you've seen all these in the golf swing. All 3 forces are important. All 3 torques or twisting are important. It's the synchronization of how you coordinate all those is what makes the club move. So what I want to show you first is what the most common ground reaction forces that our PGA Tour staff does, and then we're going to look at yours. Most common is what they do is this. They take the club back. Pretty early, they start creating lateral force. We see a lateral weight shift with most of our players, right? The next thing, and you know this as being good coaches, is normally what players will do is they will get this club on plane first. They shallow the club early so they can steepen late. They don't steepen early and then try and shallow late. That becomes problems. So normally the normal sequence we see is lateral, then they rock and roll. That shallows the club. And the lateral and the rock and roll kind of go together. They do this. Then they twist. And then the last thing usually we see is a jump. We see a big jump that helps accelerate the club. Lateral, rock, twist, jump. The first thing we like to look at is we go, what's your sequence?
Yeah.
And let's take a look at your swing. We're going to see what you do first. Is the top one, is lateral.
Lateral, yeah.
That's what I see with the best players in the world. That's a fist bump.
It's close.
Rock,
Okay.
then twist, and then jump. Sequence, check.
So for an amateur golfer looking at this who may swing, let's say, over the top early, they might be going with horizontal early
got it.
and then going
You got it.
to obviously
got it.
tilt,
You
and
got
then
it.
the sequence is whole off.
You
Yeah.
got it.
exactly.
You got it. First thing is sequence. The second thing is when do you do the sequence? If you did that right sequence but it was in the backswing, that's not going to help me. It needs to be at the right time in the swing. Newton's first law. He said objects at rest will remain at rest unless some type of external force is applied. What he's saying is that forces precede motion. In other words, if you watch me move to the left, right, there had to be some force of me pushing to the right. The ground reaction force pushed back and moved me over here. Now all those forces happened before I moved. So when you see me moving, the forces already happened.
Yeah.
What we now know, and that we understand is just by looking at great players, is it takes time from when you create the forces to make you move. It sounds like, well, it happens pretty instantaneous. Well, the golf swing is pretty instantaneous too, right? It's like a second and a half. It takes milliseconds for when you push the move. So what we found is that the best players in the world, literally, they do all these ground reaction forces really early in their swing. Because if they get it all done really early, now they have time to transfer everything and get it to the club. Whereas if the club's over here and now you're still trying to do ground reaction forces, I'm sorry,
no
there's not enough time. Now you're just hitting with your arms.
Yeah.
Does that make sense?
Yeah.
So what we typically do is this. We look at the final ground reaction force. And we go, when did that happen? Right? Most tour players, the last ground reaction force, whichever one it is, will usually occur before the shaft's vertical. Because now I have time to transfer to the club. Where's yours?
Looks like it's impact. It's impact.
Looks like it's at impact.
Yeah.
Right?
I've got a lot of strength and potential power here to use that I'm actually just not using anywhere near early enough in the swing.
Putting into his great finish.
This is why you're like, why don't I see like this or all this stuff? It seems pretty stable. And
Yeah.
like you're hitting with your arms.
Especially with the driver, the earlier that I can get that pressure into that lead leg.
Now you're getting to a good question. So now the question is, your last ground reaction force was late.
Yeah.
Was your first one late? Like, were they all late, or was it just the last one? That's where we go look. And by the way, weight shift and force and pressure are not the same, right? A lot of people are like, oh, I got to get on my left side earlier. When you see guys do ground reaction forces early, they're pushing earlier. That doesn't mean they're on their left side earlier. And a big mistake is, by the way, is getting onto your left leg really early, because then it's harder to push from your left leg when you're over there. Watch this, watch this. Put your hand up here. Dig in with that left foot and push the ground forward and push my arm forward. Push, good. Keep pushing, keep pushing. Now, move all your weight over your left foot. Keep going, keep going, keep going. Good. Now pushing me. Which one's easier?
The other one.
Notice the more you're over here, it's harder to use your left
Yeah.
leg. Like,
Yeah.
I think a lot of people have made this mistake. They're like, oh, I got to get over here, so I'll use my left leg. The more you're over here, the harder it is to use your left leg. Your lateral peaks after the top of the backswing, right? So, yeah, kind of all the ground reactions are a little late, right? So you start a little late, and then you finish really late.
So my peak vertical force is here.
Yeah. There is a peak vertical right here. Here's a vertical right here.
Yeah.
Look where the club is.
Yeah.
I'm like, if that was your peak vertical timing, I'd be like, we're good. Then you stop, and then you push again. And we're like, that's what they were. I'm like, what is he doing? Like, why is he doing a double push? If I'm gonna jump, right? What's the first thing I would do if I'm gonna jump? I'd squat, I'd lower, and then I'm gonna jump, right? You get to the top here, and the first thing you notice is you go up. Pelvis is going up.
Yeah.
It's almost with both feet. You almost jump both feet, and then you go and jump again. We're like, what the hell is that? We call it hiking. Hiking is normally what you'll see is normally the right hip will go down as you're laterally weight shifting, and then everything's going to jump. If in transition, everything goes up first, we call that hike, the whole pelvis is hiking, and then it's like a, but by the time you recover and then do your move, it's a little late. And you did this with the iron and the driver too.
I look at you, technically, you have a very good TV golf swing.
Yeah.
Like for getting on demonstrating, you've like the perfect swing. The problem is you don't look like you're athletic.
Yeah.
You look like everything is perfectly on plane, everything is in motion, but you look at players that use ground force, it's really, they're really like, their feet are coming out of the ground and jumping backwards. That's because they're putting so much athleticism into their move. Whereas as coaches, we often try to stabilize your lower body so we can control this club.
Yeah.
We're getting in that mode now when we look at the really good players. They don't do that. They are
I
athletes.
think it's really good because I think your audience will be really interested in it too, is to show you how we would build this athleticism in your swing. My favorite way to do this is to do this without a golf club in your hand. Get you to just go, yeah, okay, that feels athletic, and then put the club in your hand and go, let me see you do that, and just forget about your swing for a little bit.
Yeah.
And we're going to do something where I'm going to make sure that your ground reaction force is early. So you go, oh my God, I can't believe how early that is. I want to see that, and then we'll get back to hitting a ball. If we get starting using your legs, we should easily gain 4 or 5 mile an hour club head speed.
Because the one thing that I talked about was trying to be a little bit more optimum with the driver in terms of attack angle being more up. If what you're saying is about getting the pressure into that lead leg early and the equal force pushing me back, will that contribute as well for me changing my
Another awesome question.
attack angle?
What creates positive attack angle? Best players in the world do it by raising the handle through impact. If I do this, which way is the club going?
Yeah.
It's going up, right? If you think I'm going down, handle's going down through impact, versus if I think I'm going up through impact, what pulls up, by the way? Vertical jump.
Yeah.
Yours is late.
Yeah.
The earlier your vertical force is, the higher your attack angle. It's almost a direct correlation here. It's really, but people don't think about that. That's a big deal.
Very linked, isn't it? That?
Right?
You look at somebody like JT who's
I just had
who
JT on
just-
the plane. Like
who's
literally
a
his
big one with
vertical
that.
is here. It's insane, like how early his
The
vertical.
amazing thing with good players, though, is they have what I call long legs and a short torso. So what they do is they push, but they stay in the shot. You don't want to push and stand up. That's extending too early.
Like there's 3 ways I like to do this. Everybody reacts different, right? We use medicine balls, we do jumping drills, and we do chair drills. And I never know which one works best, but I'm going to start with the one that usually is the easiest, and those are the jumping drills. So I call this the golf jump. As you know, a normal vertical jump, your arms go down, your legs go down, your legs go up, your arms go up. That's not golf. Like Dave said, in golf, as my legs go up, my arms go down. So what I like to see you do is as you squat, raise your arms.
Yeah.
And then as you jump, drive your arms down. Yeah.
Okay.
Let's do a couple of those first. Good. Right now, I don't think they're connected. I want them to be connected. Remember when I was trying to have you throw?
Yeah.
I want your leg to push your arm.
Okay.
Okay. Nice and easy. Left foot there on the carpet.
Yeah.
And just gently push the chair back. Where'd you push from?
At the ball of the left foot.
Okay, come back over here. Okay, now we're going to do the vertical jump again. Okay, this same thing. The legs are going to drive the arms, but when you jump this time, push from that same spot. Good. Now both balls of feet. Make sure you feel the same. Good. And connect the legs to the arms. Can you feel the ball of foot there? Okay, now do like 60% left, 40% right. Good. Notice your little twist there.
Yeah.
Good. Good. And notice you're going backwards a little bit there.
Yeah.
Right? It's hard to go forward when you're pushing from the ball of your feet. Okay, you got that feeling there?
Yeah.
Okay, now take hands together. Same thing, we're going back to just regular jumps. You're going to do this. You're going to squat, raise your arms over your right shoulder, and as you jump, drive your arms down. Good. Do it again. Make sure your legs drive the arms. Good. Leg drives the arms. Okay, now let's make sure it's on the ball of the foot, like you're pushing the chair backwards. Good.
There you go.
Okay, now what you're going to do is you're going to take your arms, you're going to do this again, and just let your arms whip. Legs drive the arms. Yes, yes, nice. Leg drives the arms. Sit up like you're going to hit. This is not golf. You're going to squat, bring the club back, and you're going to jump. Legs got to connect to the arms. Those were disconnected.
Yeah.
Leg drives the arms.
Double plate ready.
Go for it. Look at the peak vertical.
Yeah.
Look where the club is.
Oh wow, there we go.
Yeah.
Plus no double peak.
And there's no double peak. That's insane. Good, we're going to keep going. I don't want your backswing going down and then jumping. This was getting you the feeling of early. Now I want to try and get rid of that, but still do the same.
Okay.
The same leg drives the arms.
Double plate ready.
Let me take a look at that, because that's actually getting cleaner. I want to see that. And again, we got rid of the double peak, which I love. Wow, that's fantastic. I mean, look where the shaft is now. Now it's a little bit past vertical, but
Is that maximum force there, yeah?
first of all,
Maximum
you're at
pressure.
308. Average on tour is 198. That was 318% of your body weight vertical. It's a little bit past vertical, but it's an iron. Like a driver is usually vertical. And again, it's still not like way early. You can still go earlier, but at least it's not impact.
Yeah.
Like you've got time now to get it to the club, which is great. But the amount, the magnitude you're creating is incredible right now. If we do this right and you do this properly, are you going to get farther away from the ball or closer to the ball in your golf swing?
I'm going to move farther away, definitely.
So in just understanding that, when you get to making contact, you might have to start a little closer because you're going to move away now.
Yeah.
So it's interesting. You'll be testing a player that I've just started recently working with, Danny. I think it might even be next week, actually.
Yeah. Oh yeah, next week.
Danny List, yeah. But we measure distance from the ball for him. So when he's hitting it bad, and he says, "Oh, I don't feel like I'm moving that well," and I've pulled a few shots, I say, "Go and check your distance from the ball."
Yeah.
And he goes, "Oh yeah, I was an inch and a half further away on a 6-iron."
Right foot. Turn your right foot in.
Turn it in.
Yeah. Now take a backswing.
Yeah.
Yeah, right away you went like, I don't like that,
Yeah.
right? Because I'm basically taking away all the space, right? Right foot turned out is your friend right now, right? If you say, hey, I want to turn 20 degrees more, just start with your right foot 20 degrees more out and you'll turn 20 degrees more, okay? So this is up for you to determine, but for the one thing I know for sure, that right foot better not be square anymore.
Yeah.
Okay? Yeah. Now, what's the problem with your right foot turning out too much?
Going back this way?
If you keep it there.
Yeah.
But if you do what most people do and get off this, it won't matter, right? So just there's no fear there. The big fear is, how do you align to a target right now?
Yeah, well, toe line as opposed to heel line.
Okay, so if you use toe line, now look where you're aiming.
Yeah.
Now from here, turn your right foot out big time. Now all of a sudden, it looks like you're aimed to the right a little bit.
Yeah.
Right. So a lot of times, what will happen is sometimes you'll start aiming left. So what I do is I say, if you're going to turn your right foot out, aim first, and then turn your right foot out and know that you're good.
Yeah.
That makes sense?
So start from a square, start from there, and then
Really,
and then
the big negative here is alignment. The second thing I like to do, actually before we hit balls, are some of our medicine ball drills, which I want to show you now, right? If I just say do an overhead slam into the ground, let me just see you do it. Just don't hit yourself in the face. Yeah. Actually,
we need to video that.
Let's get the flatter one. Where's the green one? It won't bounce as much.
Double plate ready.
Okay. Now, why was I nervous about you hitting yourself in the face, right?
What would Justin James look like when he was doing that?
I'm so glad you asked that question because that's where I'm going with this. First of all, he's already getting his legs involved.
Yeah.
Right.
Yeah,
You're kind of flat-footed, and then, okay, as you're going down, look at you going down, look at you going down, look at you going down. I'm going. He's going to knock himself out.
Yeah.
Right. If I go to Justin, as the ball goes right now, as the ball starts to go down, watch his head. What's his head going to start doing? Right.
Yeah, he's going up.
And if you watch the finish here, now if I were to play that in full speed, same thing we were doing. Legs extend so you're let's squat first and get this down, and then we'll get rid of the squat, just like we did with your swing. And then, good. Nice. Do that again. Good. Now get rid of the squat in the back. The leg drives the arm. Legs are a little late.
Yeah.
Arms are beating the legs.
It's like, it's a real, like,
Oh, you've been doing it for a long time.
really use my brain.
Yeah.
Legs got to drive the ball. Legs drive the... You can do the squat again. Do the squat again. It helps you to get the little squat first. Now the legs drive. Yeah. So you asked me, like, what kind of stuff should we do in the gym? Well, this is the kind of, we got to get the legs. We got to resurrect the legs and get them driving the arms. So start like this. I want you to feel like ball's up here. You're going to jump backwards as you bounce it to me. Yes. Yes. You feel the leg driving the arm.
Yeah.
Now. Okay, so now let's go to the step. Let's go to the step. When you step, it's the leg's going to drive. Closer. Get that timing down. Good. Keep going. Okay, you understand what I want you to work on here.
It's a brain workout as much as anything, isn't it?
Big time. It's coordination. This is all coordination.
I'm going to start overhead. I'll take a step. As my hands are throwing the ball forward, I'm pushing back with this lead leg. I time it up. When my hands are coming forward, I'm pushing back and applying ground force. I'm going to go up.
This is one of those things where I'm telling you, if you try and do it with a golf club, it takes forever. If we try and create the athleticism and then you go swing, it feels weird not to do it athletic.
Yeah, yeah.
You'll feel like, what the hell have I been doing? Like,
Yeah.
I'm just swinging my arms. At least you'll be able to feel it.
Yeah.
So you want to create the athletic feeling in the gym first. That's why it feels like it's a month of work in the gym, but it pays off so big because now I'm telling you, like, you won't want to do it unathletic.
Yeah.
You'll be like, it's so weak. I can feel the difference. And that's
Yeah.
what you want to be able to feel.
The other thing is when you integrate clubs, a lot of times hitting into net is actually valuable because good players, the first
Yeah.
thing they do is look at ball flight and they start manipulating it.
reacting
And then
to
you
it,
stop
yeah.
doing what we're trying to do.
Yeah.
So you just get a net, start striking it. Don't worry where the ball goes, but incorporate what you're trying to do.
With that said, screw that. Grab an 8-iron.
Okay.
We're gonna
Let's
grab an
fast track
8-iron.
it.
I want you to hit a couple. You're going to do a couple of the feeling like the drill we were doing before.
Double plate ready.
Don't even worry about contact. Okay, go ahead and do a couple more practice ones.
Feel like it's late. Feel like it's really late.
Good. Can you do that?
Yeah.
The only way this club's coming down is because you're driving it down. You're driving it down. You're driving it down. There you go.
I want you to know, first time, there's no double peak, and look, this is so good. Look where the peak vertical is now, shaft horizontal.
Yeah.
We went from impact to shaft horizontal
Yeah.
in 20 minutes.
Yeah.
And
Imagine
that's
if you-
with an iron versus a driver.
So just imagine if you do this for a month. I'm telling you, that club's going to be up here. 265. It was 135. With a driver, it was 135.
Doubled it, yeah.
Yeah. 8-iron.
Yes.
Two things correlate to club head speed, the highest. Total torque, and peak vertical.
For the guys who are going to be watching this as well,
Yeah.
for them to get an experience that's close to this, where's the best place for them to go in terms of, you know, finding a TPI certified instructor?
Yeah, go on to mytpi.com, go to find an expert. You can search in your area. We have over
Country, zip codes.
35,000 certified pros all over the world. The first thing they can quickly do is take you through a physical screen, right? And identify, like we talked about, where the weaknesses are.
Yeah.
And then depending on where you go, a lot of these places are having technology now. They have force plates and 3D that you can start to get these. But it all starts with a physical screen first, just to kind of make sure that you're not trying to do something like you were disconnecting your main power source.
Yeah,
Like
yeah.
this is a big priority.
Yeah.
Why guess when you can assess, right? I mean,
Thank you. Really good.
that was fun.
Really
Yeah.
good.
We're giving you 30 days and we're going to do
30
part
days
2.
and I'm back. Wow, what an amazing experience there. It just shows the importance of understanding really what you can physically do. Massive thank you to Greg and Dave. Just incredible knowledge. Now the challenge is on me. I've got to go away now and put that into practice. I've got to do the work in the gym. I've got to do the work on translating that into the golf swing. And then I'm going to come back here in, let's say, a month's time and see and keep you guys updated, see what my progress is like. Let's get to work.